Why do people view the truth so differently? Let's consider some reasons. Well, to start, we all disagree with truth sometimes, especially on small things, such as it's objectively true that if you want to lose weight, you need to manage your caloric intake. You either need to eat less calories or you need to burn more calories. However, we conveniently deny that truth because it's painful to do, and we want to compromise the truth of what it takes in order to continue living the pleasures of not adhering to a strict diet. So when we make it a habit of denying truth, in the small things like that, it makes it easier to deny the truth on bigger things. And so let's consider 6 reasons that people disagree on truth. Number 1 is time. We just don't have enough time to actually research the facts for ourselves. We've got work, we've got family, we've got school, we've got church, we've got other organizations that we're a part of, and we just simply lack the time to investigate the truth, and so we just take our time arguing over opinions instead of looking up the facts. And then when our time is limited, we just simply turn to our trusted resources to tell us what those facts are and never go beyond those trusted resources, which brings us to point number 2. We distrust sources that are proclaiming to be speaking the truth because they've given us some reason to not believe that they're credible, because they've been wrong in the past, because they have some character flaws that is suspicious and maybe we can't trust them, or we just simply don't like them. But the truth is we distrust them for some reason, and so even if they're proclaiming the quote-unquote truth, we will find ourselves not agreeing with them or not willing to consider if what they're saying is true or not because they haven't earned our trust yet. Which brings us to point number 3. We often fall in the trap of seeking out sources that simply confirm our own opinions because it feels good to be right. We don't want to be wrong. How many times do you like to hear the word no? So we desire to be right, and we seek out only sources that confirm our own personal opinions, and we don't open up ourselves enough to entertain what the other side might be articulating. So we just simply want to be right because it feels good to be right, which brings us to point number 4. What feels good is good. That is the motto of today. Pleasure is truth. If it makes me feel good, then it must be right. We don't want to subject ourselves to things that make us feel bad, whether it's right or wrong, so we reject the truth and replace it with whatever feels good. And when those good feelings continue, we seek power. Power is another reason we disagree on what is truth, because whoever's in power gets to decide everyone else's behaviors. And when somebody threatens what makes us feel good, we're going to reject whatever they say. And the more power that we amass, the more influence that we have, the less that we have to listen to anyone else's opinions that tells us that we could be wrong. We want power to maintain our own personal emotional high. Lastly, money. People make a lot of money off of selling lies and half-truths. Look at cigarettes. Once again, smoking is cool. Let's ignore the fact that it gives you lung cancer. You can apply this to so many different things. So those are the 6 reasons we disagree on truth.